Welcome to Monday night's 5:30 GPG Pacific Coast time, 5:30 GPG call. And my name is Rita Shotka. I'm a Sapphire executive with this company, and I am truly honored and blessed to be considered a leader with GPG, but more importantly, to become part of the GPG team. I truly, every day I wake up, I consider it a true gift to know the leaders, what I've learned. I've grown more as a person, as a businesswoman, as a human being in the last 6 years in this industry due to being part of the Global Partners Group. So I feel very, very blessed, and I'm honored to be with all of you tonight. And I thought Judy Murray just did such a fabulous job, as she always does. She's a rock star, of course. But tonight on the Push webinar, if you didn't get a chance to watch it, you didn't get home in time, go onto the archives. Erin gets them up immediately, certainly by tomorrow morning. Watch it, because it was amazing what she was talking about. And she gave me a great quote to lead into today's topic. And today's topic is really, how do we make money in this business, and a bit about the And you know, the, oh dear, hold on one second. My little thing is having a problem. Okay, let's see if we can get this to move. There we go. I'm all about cheat sheets, and I found this when I was early on with Jeunesse. It was off of one of the international webinars, and I thought it was so phenomenal. I got permission from Kathy Robbins to make sure that it was still okay, it was compliance approved, it was everything else, that I could use it tonight. It is something I carry around, so if you know how to do a screenshot, if you've never seen a copy of this before, do a screenshot, print it off, carry it in your binder of your Jeunesse information, because I find it's a very simplified version of the compensation plan over and above any document I've ever seen. And you know, so oftentimes when new people enter our industry, or existing people, it's the compensation plan that appears, no pun intended, but like it's Greek to them. They can't understand it because it's very involved. And this compensation plan is a very, very rich compensation plan. And to quote Judy Murray, she said, "There is gangster money to be made here." And I want to make sure tonight, if I accomplish anything, is that all of you are going to be able to understand the depth of this compensation plan, how it correlates to where you are in rank in the business, and how can you be part of this gangster, so-called gangster income, because it truly is amazing. People are making more money here and maintaining it than any other company I've ever experienced before, and there's a reason. It's because we have owners that are very distributor-centric, and they've developed a compensation plan that not only retains distributors and helps them be successful, but builds truly life-changing income. So we're going to make sure that you understand all different facets of it. So the first way, we're going to jump right into this, the 6 ways to earn with Jeunesse. Number 1 is a retail profit. And, you know, probably in the last year since I've been with Jeunesse, maybe I've had 3 retail customers. So unless you have a retail environment, that might not be the biggest way you're building your business, probably not. However, it is there. And some of the entities that might use the retail component of our website, which is on your website that's duplicated for all of us for our $49.95, is your retail charge. And if you know a serum sells for $134, that is the retail charge. Wholesale is $83.95. The company is going to send you the difference. That's a $51 profit. You might think, wow, that's a pretty good profit. And so for somebody that just wants to try a product once, does not care about how much they're spending, does not want to become a preferred customer and have to commit to an auto ship, or perhaps does not want to pay to become a wholesale consumer at the time, this might be a good avenue for them. So it's kind of like that first look-see into our product line. But I want to give another little caveat to the retail profit part of our business, because the people that will use this a lot that you may be adding to your business team are people like a doctor's office, a massage office, a salon, an esthetician, anybody really in the medical profession, or anybody that has a retail site, that a storefront, if you will, where somebody is walking in, they could create a hot button from their existing website that directly links to their Jeunesse retail site, and can do retail transactions right on there and not even have to pay the credit card charges. So I want to share that because some of my retail people like those types of people I just named that have done a lot of retail business and are used to doing that because their main source of revenue is their profession, then this is a great way to show them we have something already built in that can aid them. So that's the retail profit component. Second way we get paid is our new customer acquisition bonus. We call it the CAB bonus, or better yet, I like to call it the referral bonus. And what that is anybody who joins you as a consumer or a business partner on the wholesale side. So that means they've registered for $49.95. They have gotten their wholesale number for the year. They have purchased a starter package of anywhere from 100 CV on up, so from the basic pack all the way up to our 1-year jumbo, or they've done maybe a creative pack with at least 100 CVs. Then you, as the sponsor, as the referring person to the company, will get a referral, a customer acquisition bonus. And that is listed right there underneath each package from $25 all the way up to $250, depending on what level they access your business or they access that wholesale platform at. So this is really important. And the reason why, one of the reasons this component of the compensation plan is extremely important is because this is a way for brand new team members to make money right out of the gate. They don't have to have a huge team yet. They just have to have a start. They have to be sponsoring. As Judy talked about earlier in the push call, they have to be wanting to build a business. And that desire to build a business, looking for those consumers, looking for those team leaders to build their business. And so this is built in, and I love to teach people when they're brand new that this is the way we're going to initially make back your initial expenditure into this business. So if somebody committed to your business and they came on with the ambassador package, which is my favorite package, why? Because you get the bells and whistles of a business, Sapphire for 6 months, and all the things that are listed in there, one of every product, 2 of our flagship products. But more importantly, that person now probably wants to know, how am I going to make back this investment? Even though they're getting it all in product and goods, they kind of know, how can I be successful? Well, this is one of the ways. Do you know somebody coming in with an ambassador pack pretty much can sponsor 4 people at the same way they came in, and they've now paid their whole startup of their business, and they now have a business for free? How cool is that if you can show somebody that? That's really, really important. That's real important in getting people to understand the compensation plan right out the gate. Before I move on to number 3, I want to jump ahead on my slides because I want to make sure everybody knows about this. And I know it's in real small print, but this is a fabulous, our leaders put a lot of time into building 2 tear pads for us. The one I'm referring to right here is on, well, the Getting Started one. You can find this on the Global Partners Group site under Tools, and they're for purchase. And the back side of this is absolutely brilliant. It says, Fast Track to Success. And I'm going to use this as we go through the rest of the compensation plan because I think it's very important for people to know as they're learning the comp plan what they need to be doing to access those different parts of the comp plan. So if you have this already in your arsenal, kudos to you. If you don't, get on the GPG site tonight and order a pad for yourself. Start sharing it with your team. It's very, very inexpensive. It is something I'm now using for training in my Getting Started with everybody because it has a place on the front to put their names list. It tells them it's a 90-day plan to go Sapphire. You know, why wouldn't somebody want to go Sapphire in 90 days? Well, this is the worksheet to accomplish that with. So we're going to start off with the executive. The executive is the first 2, and it's got a place for them to put the first 2 people that they're going to sponsor. Why is that so important? I'm now going to put down my pad, and I'm going to go back to our cheat sheet. So this is going to be an interactive night together talking about how we get paid and how we earn that gangster money that Judy was talking about. Now we're going to talk about the team commission bonus. And once you go executive is when you access this 3rd bonus. Prior to that, you don't have access to this. So that's why it's so important. And you know, some of the Greeks are making us look really bad right now. Dino and his crew, let me tell you, Every time I look up somebody new is going executive in 24 hours and 48 hours. And really, that should become the norm. That new person has at least 2 people that they can call right away, send a video, and bring on. Sorry, I'm going to put on my glasses here real quick because I've got to look at some writing and some notes along the way. But you got to go executive to be able to access this team commission bonus. The other thing you have to do is you have to be able to accumulate 100 PV points in 1 month during the first year in order to access that. So what does that mean? That means that you need to have sponsored 2 people, one on your left and right, and you also have to be on an active authorship, and you've done volume, personal volume yourself. That's very, very important. Each of the 2 distributors, when you win executive, have to also accumulate that 100 PV within 1 month. So again, you want them to start with one of those basic packs, a creator pack that's at least 100 CV in product value. And then, of course, you're going to place a distributor on your left and on your right, and now you have access to this. The reason why this bonus is so important, and this is a unique new bonus, and it really, I think, totally makes this a rockstar compensation plan along with our leadership matching bonus. So this is a component I didn't have in my last company, and I think it's a very, very rich component. Every time from the point you have your 2 people on and you become executive, you are going to be accruing volume on your left and right by people you've personally sponsored, by other people that have joined your team underneath you that maybe you haven't sponsored. That volume will flow up. Each time one of your legs, or what I like to say business center, whether it's left or right, does 300 on one side and 600 on the other, and I'm going to show a visual of this, you get a cycle bonus, and it's $35. Now you might be saying, okay, Rita, you said this is a rich bonus. I mean, that doesn't even cover a mani-pedi in today's day. I get that, but I want to show you what starts happening. And I have personally lived this over the last year, so I can be a testimony to it works, and it's a very rich component of our compensation plan. So what starts happening in the beginning of your business is maybe you cycle once every couple days. Maybe you cycle 6 times a month. And you might go 6 times $35. Oh my gosh, that's not a lot of money. But now I want you to think about cycling once a day. Once a day, your volume, generated not just what you're doing, but by what you're doing and everything underneath you, you're getting 300, 600, 300, 600. And those legs can flip. So it doesn't always have to be the left or the right doing those amounts. Your other side might take off all of a sudden, and maybe that then becomes your 600 leg. And then your smaller leg is doing 300. Whatever it is, it doesn't matter. They can flip. All of a sudden, 30 cycles in a month, $35 times 30 days is $1,000 in one component of our compensation plan. So think about that a little bit. Think about now, okay, I'm going to work on these cycles right away, and we're telling our teams to really focus on this from the get-go, because once you've made Sapphire, you then, to get to Sapphire Elite, you have to do 100 cycles to become a Sapphire Elite. Well, 100 cycles times 35, if my calculation is correct, somebody scream it out or put it on the screen, I believe that's $3,500 in one bonus. Now all of a sudden you're going to go Ruby and you need to do 200 cycles. Okay, Dino just did it. Wonderful Dino. We're going to call him the go-getter Greek around the world. At any rate, now you've done 200 cycles times $35 is $7,000 in one bonus. That's why the average Ruby in the Jeunesse business, and we have, last time I checked, about 60 or 70 rubies. No, wait a minute, we have 60 diamonds now. So probably close to 100 by now of rubies. The average ruby is making $10,000 a month. And that's at the lower director level. So, and I haven't even covered the rest of the compensation plan. This is one of the reasons. So I really want you to study it, and study it hard. And one of the things that you can plug into to understand the compensation more is our wonderful flip chart. I'm actually following along to make sure I don't misinform any of you. And then also the opportunity booklet that comes in your beautiful Apple-esque white Jeunesse box when you sign on. This opportunity booklet is all in writing there. So if you're wondering what it takes to accomplish these and you can't write fast enough, it's okay. The answers are here. The answers are here. You've got 2 things to teach your people and to teach it simply. So now I'm going to scoot back here 1 second, and we're going to go into the 4th way we get paid, and that's our leadership matching bonus. This is an absolutely amazing bonus, and I get really, really excited about this, and I hope Ian doesn't mind, but you know, success leaves clues, and love Ian with his training. He's the other half of Judy. It's no wonder why they're emeralds already. The best of the best, but I want to show you a visual he used a while back on this part of the compensation plan to really bring it home visually on what this leadership matching bonus can mean to you. So this is you. And then you've now sponsored 4 people. Those 4 people have each gone executive. So if you've done this so far, remember you need 2, 1 on each side to go executive. You now have done 4, okay, 2 on your left and 2 on your right that have gone executive. That would make this person a jade. That's pretty cool. So now you're a jade, or you can also go jade by sponsoring 8 people, but I prefer really working on executives. Why? Because to make that jump to sapphire, you need 12 executives personally sponsored by you. So why not start building that in the compensation plan, because it's going to pay you out in a richer form, and here is why. So now I'm going to jump into, let's just say, first talk about what that means to you. So on each executive now, each person that you've personally sponsored, you're going to earn between 20% and up to 30% on everything that they do. Well, now, Rita, how do I get to the 30%? Well, you can jump to 25% by just having 5 active customers. Or you can jump to 10 more percent, which takes you to the 30, by having 10 active customers. And what's an active customer? An active customer can be a retail consumer, it can be a preferred customer, or it can be a wholesale consumer that has not sponsored anybody. Okay? So 3 ways. This is something, as you're building that foundation of your business, you want to make sure, and you're going to naturally, organically bring in the consumers. I don't look for consumers. They happen as a result of me looking for other business partners, as Judy talked about. I'm looking for like-minded people that want more out of life, that want to build another active stream of income. So as you're looking for those, naturally there's going to be people that maybe don't need the business, or they don't want to work for it, but they see the validity of the product and they want to become a consumer. That could be one of your customers. So you want to make sure you're focusing on, at some point, getting to that 10, so that every time one of your personally sponsored people builds and their auto ship runs, all that volume flows up and you're getting up to 30% front line for that. That is front line. Now I'm going to take you to why this gets exciting. So let's say your number 1 executive earns $1,050 a month. Okay? 20% of that is $210. Okay, that's not too bad. That's not too bad at all. But then, what about if this go-getter executive now is earning $10,000 a month, and you're earning 20% of that, or 30% of that? That's an extra $2,000. Okay? So the question I love to ask is, how many executives would you like to have? I would say probably as many as possible. We can't fit any more on this screen, as Ian did. But you want a lot of executives. And this is the beauty of our comp plan, because we build 2 legs going down, our binary, but we can go as wide as we want with front-line executives. We want a ton of them. That's what we're looking for, because you're going to get 20 to 30% of every single thing they do. That's pretty amazing. Now here's where it starts getting really, really exciting. Okay, so we were talking about cycles before. What if they achieved what you did? So say you're a jade, you're a pearl, you're a sapphire, you're cycling 30 times a month, you're making Frontline an extra $1,000 in the cycle bonus yourself. But now let's say if each of your 4 executives learn the benefit of that cycle bonus right out of the gate, and they're each cycling 30 times per month, each earning $1,005 in team commissions, your leadership matching bonus at 30% is an extra $1,260. Okay, now we're talking. Now we're getting into some gangster money. Gets better. So as we continue to add those executives on that last sheet you saw, what about 8 personal executives cycling 30 times per month, each earning $1,050 in team commissions? Your leadership matching bonus now is at 30%. That's $2,520 more a month on each of those. Okay, you know what it takes to get to Sapphire, and it's on this sheet. Every step of the way, your people should be filling out where they are on this worksheet so they know exactly what part of the compensation plan they're pulling from and what is it going to take to get to that next rank. You need 12 personal sponsored executives to go Sapphire. What about if all 12 of those were cycling 30 times a month? $1,050. Your leadership matching bonus is now $3,780. That's over and above your cycling bonuses that you're personally doing. That's over and above your sponsorship tab bonuses. That is plus, plus. Now, if you're wondering, that's why Aruby makes what they make. And so in going back, I'm going to go back to our little cheat sheet again. Bear with me 1 second as we flip back. I don't know a faster way to do this, but you can relive my slides one more time. Going back to there, number 5, it talked about the customer acquisition incentive, where you can have those 5 to 10 extra customers and beef that Frontline up to 20%. Now, so far, I've been talking about your frontline people, your frontline executives. But now on everything that they do, so second level means those executives have sponsored people. They're now your grandchildren. You know, those were your children. Your executives are your children. Next ones down are your grandchildren. You're going to get 15% of everything that they do. And then level 3 is 10% of everything those great-grandchildren do. And then level 4, 5, 6, and 7 is 5%. So we go down 7 levels deep, starting with every executive personally sponsored by you. So I go back to, how many executives do you really want? This is so, so important to really, really understand the richness of this compensation plan. And I'm excited to show it to you in a visual way. And it's interesting, you know, a lot of times people, they understand what it takes to get to executive. And then they turn around, and I just had this training session last week down in South Bay. I said to Julie, who was sitting across on our team, and she is 3 removed from me, and I said, Julie, do you know what it's going to take to go Jade? No, I don't. So we pulled off her back office and looked at how many people she'd sponsored. We filled out this sheet together, and she now is on track, and she realizes what she has left to do to get Jade. Why is Jade so important? Because every rank that you go up, you get another level of that matching leadership bonus. So at Jade, you get your first level. That opens up to you. Not at executive, at Jade. So we want to move people through executive and Jade so quickly that they're now making that first level. Unless, of course, they came in with the ambassador pack and they've got the Sapphire title for 6 months. It doesn't mean they earned it, but they're going to get paid at that Sapphire level. They came in at a basic or a lower pack. Understand they've got to work their way to Jade in order to get that first level. Pearl, you now get paid down 2 levels. So you get that 20 to 30% plus 15%. And then at Sapphire, you get 3 levels. The 20 to 30, the 15, and the 10. Same at Sapphire Elite, but then on Ruby, you now go down to that 4th level where you get that extra 5% on that 4th level. Every rank opens up another door. And I'm pulling this off of folks right out of my flip chart or that opportunity booklet. There's no secrets here. Everything's in writing and easy, easy, easy to follow along. So I'm going to flip through here real quick again. Bear with me, but you get to see the flashback of what I just talked about. Okay? Look at this again. I want to make sure you understand we all need a lot of executives. How many do you want? Don't stop at 12. Keep on going. You know, I love that there is no way. I personally was born to just pay bills and die. And I love this. This came off of, by the way, if you're not using the optimism slides off your J-Mobile and posting those on Facebook, sending it to team members to motivate them, you know, they are great. And there's some great quotes there. And this one just so appealed to me today because nobody gets in this business to just pay bills and die. No, we want to actually have a lot more. And we want to create a lifestyle by design. So I ask you, what is your lifestyle by design? Do you want to really start earning that gangster money that Judy talked about? Do you want to join us at those higher ranks? Do you want to become a Ruby by November so that you can join the GPG group on the Ruby and above retreat after our Orlando convention? Because we want you there. So go out and make it a great week. Let's start building that lifestyle by design and use the compensation plan to its fullest. Have a great night, everybody. Thanks for joining me.